just go and buy bread this morning. Unfortunately, whenever you produce a camera, the kids all pose for a shot. Looks like a big sort of beehive or ant's nest or something. Loads and loads of bread in the oven.
It smells so good. Fresh bread.
This is the way to spend life as a missionary, especially on your birthday. We're back at the incredibly civilized cocoa research place. Time to relax and do a bit of what you want to do. Last night in Beggar, 21st of May.
Did you do that every day?
We're all having a get together at the end.
Tim, shine your camera at her again.
Shine the camera.
Well, point at her. Move that hand. You got it.
Yeah, that was almost.
That's 4 hours being here and just a blessing.
Yeah.
Wait, where am I? Hold on!
Just giving them packets full of money. By Western standards, it's still pretty early in the morning here. But everybody's been up here for some time, because it gets so hot later on. We're pretty well already. There's a lot of stuff already in the van. And our little blue Trotter arrived last night, which we're pleased about. Our accommodation looks like this and sounds like this, roughly as it did when we came. Not a great deal in it, to say the least. Here's my lovely wife. Hello, Jude.
This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad. God is good for me.
And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
But we stand on your name, bidding them farewell for the good works that they have done on these grounds within these 3 weeks. We know that they came in your name. And Father, you too have laid your mighty hands upon them.
But not only the material things, but thank you also for the spiritual things, for the encouragement, and for the help that you have been. It's been a mutual thing. Sometimes we've had to encourage you, but you have also encouraged us in many ways.
I cannot tell it all. You ask me, you kiss me with the blood. Oh, I cannot tell it all. She's a great thing to serve the Lord. It's a great thing to serve the Lord. It is a great thing to serve the Lord. In the life of God, serve the Lord. It is a great thing to serve the Lord. In the life of God. Let the Lord all to the light. Let the Lord in the light. Let the Lord in the light. In the light of God.
That tro is so noisy and so cramped and so hot. But we made it to the Celebrity Club in Tema. Our accommodation here in the Celebrity Club is certainly by far the best we've had since we started with DTS. I'm standing on the veranda of our chalet. The chalets tend to be circular. They're a little bit like what you'd expect in a holiday camp, but they're mostly circular like this one. So inside all the rooms have round walls and square walls. Hello, Michael. And Julie and I have our own bedroom, which again is circular. Has an air conditioner, way! And it has an absolutely massive bed. So we're somewhat better off than we were in Beggar. We've also got our own bathroom and shower and toilet. The main building in the Celebrity Club, which is just over there, is again circular. It's a much bigger building, so the internal structure of it is really interesting. It has a... Inside there's a very wide bar area, which looks like it's designed for a lot of people. There was obviously quite a lot of money here when it was new. And everything is circular. It's great fun.
Are we supposed to make lunch for today? Yeah.
This is the room next door to where we're having breakfast. And we were going to use this room for eating. But where that air conditioner used to be and now is broken, there's a dove sitting on its nest. And we decided that we shouldn't disturb it. This room is called the cocktail bar, and as you can see it's completely empty. Would have been quite a nice room when it was full of happy partying people. The whole place is a bit of a ghost town really. It obviously used to be very prosperous at one point, or at least it was made to be prosperous for lots of people. But there's nothing here now. There's loads of these. these rather curiously wedge-shaped rooms. And with nothing in them. One thing about being in Ghana in rainy season is the amazing variety of insects. There's been a real explosion of butterflies here. Everywhere you look there's butterflies. It's quite easy to actually get hit by one. I just love these things here. There was a big crowd of these last night as well.
Where? Daddy.
Just look at the mess on the floor here. A million insects came from somewhere last night and all came out to breed. When they find a mate, they shed their wings and they just pile up in a big pile. And they die everywhere in huge numbers. Prepare a feast for the birds and the lizards. So we have to photograph these early in the morning, otherwise there'll just be the wings left. We've come into the market to get some things we need for tomorrow morning. We bought a lot of stuff at this store. It seems to be really quite well stocked. Every time we come, it's a different thing that's on the shelf. As soon as people see the camera, they want me to photograph them and their stores. The team is here buying provisions for the trip to Kefridja. Lots of places that sell fabric, sometimes alongside other products. Trying to find just the dress fabric you want is really difficult. Michael's grown out of his trousers, so we need new ones. This is Kingsway, the most westernised shop in Tema. There's all sorts of things here altogether, but it's still quite difficult to get what you want. There's a gang of us coming to do what we do best of all in Africa, waiting for things to happen. It's the man with the van. This little girl and her sisters are always hanging around outside the Kingsway store.
Okay, thank you.
Has the fan man got anything to keep us cool on the trip? Cobb's Hotel in Kefridja at, what time is it? 20 to 3 in the afternoon. The accommodation is quite civilised here, it's nice. And we have our own room again. And Michael has his own bed to bounce on. And the rooms have showers and toilets and wardrobes and fans. All the rooms surround a nice, quiet, quadrangle place in the middle of the hotel. We've got plenty days off. Come and see things. The previous sequence was at the Boti waterfall, which is near wherever we were living, Kofridja. And now we've come up to see the Akasombo Dam and the Volta Lake. We're sitting on the balcony of the extremely civilized Akasombo Hotel. We're waiting here because a boat operator is supposed to come and take us out on the river or the lake or something, I'm not sure which. Until he arrives, we can sit in their wonderful air-conditioned bar. I believe we're going to eat lunch here tonight, dinner here tonight. They haven't found the man with the boat yet, but meanwhile they're going to take us on a tour of the dam. We have a few minutes to wait here before 12 o'clock. There's a fan man loitering. I think he can smell the money when white people turn up, they always buy fan ice cream. We're standing on top of the generators here. I guess the generators are underneath these sections. Huge handling machinery. Pretty serious size machine this. There's the Volta River. There's a lot of water going through this machine. These pipes here look as if they're little plastic things, but you can see the tyre tracks left by the vans as they go past the pipes. There's the man with the boat. All smile for the camera. What a wonderful picture.
But you don't have to squat on it, sit down. Good. Work hard.
Look at these people lounging. I think we're driving into the rain here. Doesn't look so good up ahead.
There are some cottages here on the right. Take that.
Running away from the rainstorm.
It's dramatic.
We're running away from the rain now, but it's coming towards us. You see it coming over the lake over here. There was a hill over there. In fact, there is still a hill over there, but there's no sign of it in the rain. It's aborted, I'm afraid. This camera isn't getting wet because it's so strong, the wind here. The lake looks like this. Before this boat, we really did get quite wet. The shelter that we ran to is about a mile from where we parked the van, so we've got to walk back now. The rain has stopped. It's only about an hour since we took refuge in that workshop, which is part of the port buildings here in Akasombo. Even though we're still quite wet, the Akasombo Maritime Club have welcomed us to sit in their bar, and they've got a really nice looking menu of meals as well. This looks encouraging. There's been a power cut here, so they're cooking our meal or finishing cooking it over charcoal. But it still looks alright, huh? The Cobb's Hotel, Kofridja. Our little blue Trotro didn't show up, so Eugene has been into town and got us another one. We're going to end up being quite a bit late because we've waited 2 hours for our first one. This is our last view of Kofridja.
They call that.
Probably work for
We've had to stop because the load was coming in down on top of the white van. We're in the market at Tema. This man has just finished making a shirt for Julie. We gave him the fabric 2 days ago and there's the shirt. The little shop is full of sewing machines, so there's barely room to sit down here as well. It's the shop where we had the clothes made. And next to it, the shop where we bought the fabric. We've come for our team's final get-together at the Manor restaurant. This place is so civilized. It's like this really isn't Africa. And as is normal at the Manor, there's only us here. And you wonder how on earth they could possibly make a living at this beautiful place. 8:10, 19th of June. Well, this looks alright, eh? The Manor is a Korean restaurant and they don't go in much for fancy sweets, but we brought the fancy stuff ourselves and added it to their plain ice cream. It isn't all low table, but we decided to have the low table part of the restaurant.
Is yours really good, Michael?
We're going to the cultural centre in Accra to see if we can get some souvenirs of the trip. This place is full of wood and fabric. You can get some really good things here. This guy's got a lot of wooden elephants. Loads of kinky stuff. Yeah, it is a good hat and a good waistcoat. Yeah, it's good stuff. It just goes on and on, this place. Everywhere you look there's more and more fabric stores and handicrafts. And it's all really good quality. Genuine kinty fabric store. Really nice things. Really beautiful. Is Kimberly buying something? This is an amazing thing. It's 5:30 now and everybody's going home. And they empty all the stock off the shelves. This amazing amount of stock. Until the place is completely blank. Everything's packed away, transported on carts and packed in this building every day. 23rd of June. It's time for us to be going on the flight back to Amsterdam. Unfortunately our flight is delayed, so we're at this nice civilized restaurant called The Landing, which is at the end of the airstrip in Accra.